shock, sadness, and a search for answers. Welcome to Inside Indy. I'm Megan Shin. The Purdue University community is mourning after a student was killed inside of his dorm room. The victim, 20-year-old Varun Manish Chetta, was a Park Tutor graduate. And the alleged killer, his roommate, a 22-year-old international student. WRTV's Meredith Hackler has more now on what happened and the safety concerns being felt across the West Lafayette campus.
Purdue University police believe that one roommate killed another here at McCutcheon Hall early Wednesday morning. Students that I talked to say that the mood is somber, as many of them are surprised something like this could happen on a campus where they normally feel safe.
It's never really crossed my mind that something like this would happen. I mean, you hear about shootings, but this is like a stabbing, it's crazy.
Purdue University police got a call just after 12:30 in the morning Wednesday. The call came from the suspect in this homicide investigation. He called police to report that his roommate was dead. A piece of information two roommates in the same dorm I talked to were stunned to hear.
For us, it was really a shock, everything. I mean, we didn't get the news up until 8 hours later. And I found out because a friend of mine came over to tell us. I didn't even heard any noise. That's the most shocking thing about it.
The victim, 20-year-old Varun Chetta, was a senior studying data science, according to Purdue police. Following an autopsy by the Tippecanoe County coroner, it was determined that Chetta was stabbed to death. The university didn't notify students until several hours after the crime occurred.
I don't want to assume, but they didn't take the necessary measures, I believe, in my opinion, to address this kind of circumstance that happened last night.
The homicide has some students on edge and feeling a lack of safety.
I felt very safe in my residence hall. We never locked our doors, but now with this, we're definitely going to sleep with our door locks.
Even though the students I spoke to didn't know Varun Chetta personally, they say it still feels like they lost someone they care about.
Even if, I don't know the person, I don't know, fully what happened, but it's because it's such a family atmosphere and we're all Boilermakers, it just really hurts when you hear something like that.
We will not be naming the suspect in this homicide investigation until he is formally charged, as we do with all criminal investigations. The university is offering counseling to those in need. Counselors will be taking walk-ins. Working for you at Purdue University, Meredith Hackler, WRTV.
Helping a man who's given so much to others, Larry the Can Man Van Ness was injured this week after being hit by a driver while crossing the road. He's known for collecting more than 25 million pop tabs and then donating them to the Ronald McDonald House. WRTV's Adam Schooms shows us how the Anderson community is coming together now to help Larry in his time of need.
I'm glad to do it. You know, Larry means a lot to me.
Rachel Landers has been Larry the Can Man Van Ness's caretaker for the last 7 years.
He's a big part of my life, and I'm not ready to let that go.
Van Ness, who's 75, has been collecting these pop tabs around Anderson for the last 19 years. That's why he's called the Can Man. He's donated nearly 27 million tabs to the Ronald McDonald House, raising nearly $12,500. The money helps families stay for free when their children are sick.
He made the tabs his life mission.
Van Ness has been in the hospital since Sunday after he's hit by a truck while crossing the street. Landers right by his side, the pictures documenting his journey in the hospital. Now the city of Anderson is rallying behind a man who's made it his mission to get back to people in need.
He was never able to have children of his own, and so this is kind of his way of having a family.
We give out diapers and wipes and formula, food, clothing, and at Christmas time we get them set up to have toys. And one of the things we do here is we've got a room that we store some of these in for Larry the Can Man.
Jerry Farmer has called Van Ness a friend for the last 12 years. Farmer, a volunteer at Little Miracles, a pregnancy resource center in Anderson.
He comes and gets the tabs. I pick them up, I bring them here. We've got other people that drop them off.
Farmer said Van Ness has picked up tabs here for the last 4 years. He's saving these bags for the next time Van Ness stops by.
Get back on your feet, bud, and we got a bunch of these for you.
It's for a man that is beloved by his community, and now they're calling on others to help pick up the tab.
When Anderson has a problem, we always come together anyway. But Larry makes it a whole lot more special.
Working for you, Adam Schooms, WRTV.
It's a long road ahead for the coastal communities destroyed by Hurricane Ian. The devastating storm killing more than 100 people, most of them Florida residents. So WRTV's Rachel Wilkerson went down to help our sister stations with their coverage and to keep some residents informed and safe. Here's a little bit of what she saw and experienced.
I'm Rachel Wilkerson in Lee County. We're on the parking garage at Florida Gulf Coast University, and we want to show you the conditions here. Take a look at this palm tree. It's showing you how that wind is gusting, and as you just saw, we're experiencing those wind gusts. Periodically, they're coming in pockets. This wind is pushing the rain and debris onto the roadways, and earlier, people in this area received alerts on their phone saying it's no longer safe to evacuate, to shelter in place, and first responders are stressing that. They are taking 911 calls, they're triaging it, and then prioritizing them. So they are taking them. I'm told that they were actually able to walk someone through a home birth.
We lost everything. We lost the food. We lost everything, furniture, TVs, everything inside. The water level went up to 5 feet inside of the house.
I had to talk about it. It's emotional because this is my home, and this is everyone else's home. And just seeing the faces of people that have been coming to the first floor, just from what I've witnessed, my neighbors, and walking into their condos and seeing the damage, it's hard.
This iconic City of Naples pier now has caution tape on it and is partially boarded up. This is just part of the damage Hurricane Ian caused. The City of Naples tells me the pier is 1,000 feet and 200 feet of it was washed away by the storm surge.
It's a shame because it is an icon. Tens of thousands of people come every year to watch the sunset here.
Several people are here assessing the damage that Hurricane Ian has caused to the Naples pier and beach. The storm surge pushed this debris on shore. People are taking photos of this area saying this is a special place for them. This is a place that they come to watch the sunset, to eat ice cream, to take family photos, and to see it in this state is devastating for them. Residents in this area say this is an icon for their city, and they're hoping and praying that soon it can be back to the state that it was in before.
We know many of you want to know how you can help people whose lives have been upended by the hurricane. Our parent company, EW Scripps, has set up a hurricane relief fund through our company's charitable organization, the Scripps Howard Fund. Text the word STORM to 50155 and follow the prompts. You can also go directly to WRTV.com/hurricane relief. Well, joining us now at our Inside Indy studio, we have WRTV's investigative reporter, Kara Kenny. You brought some interesting props with you today.
Yes.
We're talking about ways to trace people. So what are these?
Okay, so these are called air tags. They are about the size of a quarter, and you can drop them in your purse, in your luggage, in your kid's backpack, really anything that you're prone to losing. You can put this on there, and it is a great way to track things. You can connect it to your phone and see, oh, my luggage is here at this airport. Right. So a lot of people are using this. There's other brands like Tile out there that you can use to track items that you're prone to losing. So, you know, as with anything, unintended consequences. Yeah. So we have found that people are using these for a more sinister purpose, and we have found that people are using them to track people, not necessarily things. So we actually filed a records request for police reports, and we asked the police departments throughout central Indiana to look and see if these devices or similar tracking technology has popped up in police reports, and they are. And so Thursday at 6 p.m. we're really digging into the alert system. So iPhone has a system set up that is supposed to alert you if one of these is tracking you without your knowledge. So we put that to the test. Okay. Thursday at 6, you're going to find, we actually put this on 4 WRTV employees just to find out.
They volunteered.
They all volunteered to be tracked.
Without knowing.
Exactly. Yeah. And so we put it to the test to find out how long is it going to take for them to get a notification. Yeah. So Thursday at 6 p.m. you'll find out just how long it took for each of them to get a notification. We'll also dig into how do you protect yourself from unwanted tracking, because these days there's also Find My iPhone. Yep. There's, you know, these tracking devices. There's all kinds of technology that didn't even exist, you know, 10 years ago. Right. So it is something that we all need to be thinking about.
Oh yeah, and it's a catch-22, right? Because as much as this can help you find your luggage, it's also something you don't necessarily want people following you around.
Absolutely. Yep. So we'll dig into the details Thursday at 6.
All right, Kara Kenny, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing that story on Thursday. An Indianapolis media legend is being honored. Coming up next on Inside Indy, I take a walk down memory lane with the legendary Christy Lee, whose career began right here at WRTV. She's a star behind the scenes and in front of the camera, and she's a Hoosier through and through. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom Show came back to her old stomping grounds at WRTV to chat with me about a new prestigious opportunity.
The show must go on. I think I talked way too much.
She knows how news works.
Give me my minute.
Come on, producers.
I put on lipstick. Give me my minute.
Yes, Christy, we'll give you more than 1 minute. Because for the first time, this former WRTV technical director is back visiting this building.
I was so looking forward to this day. I know I shouldn't have waited 30 years or whatever it's been.
It's changed a lot.
This was all master control.
For Christy, the rooms and halls still hold cherished memories.
Oh, yeah.
Look familiar?
Oh, yeah. Oh, look. It's a little baby 1-inch tape. Look. This was the technology of the future right before I left.
And familiar faces.
Oh, I know Brad. Yeah. How are you? I really loved working here. I loved all the people here. I was blessed to have that opportunity.
Christy credits her time here to good advice during her years at Ben Davis High.
I mean, I ended up here on a fluke because during my high school days, my high school radio teacher said you should get a first-class FCC license. And back then, a lot of TV stations required an FCC first class to work there.
Out of the blue, Christy says WRTV's former chief engineer called her.
And I said, I've never been in a TV station. That's okay, just come down, we'll just talk.
Looking back, she realizes she's one of the first female engineers at an Indy television station.
Did you feel like a trailblazer?
No, heck no. I didn't know what I was doing. I just came in and Dick Pratt goes, do you want a job? And I go, sure, I'll try it.
Nearly 7 years on the job, Christy worked as a technical director.
The three of us would sit in a room, and then there would be a news producer behind us screaming at the director the whole time. And the director would then scream at me, and we would put a newscast together. And it was Power Days, Ed Sorensen, Tom Carnegie.
Now she's joining broadcast legends on the Indiana Broadcast Pioneers Hall of Fame.
Congratulations, yes.
I think the thing that really stands out for me, and I'm honored and humbled by the award, but the fact that I was born here, raised here, I've always worked here, makes it really special.
Her journey takes her from news to TV and sports.
A lot of people don't know I was on TV for ESPN, ESPN2, the Pacers. I mean, I did a lot of things. I got to do a lot.
Who is he? And of course, the Bob and Tom Show on the radio.
I was very, very lucky.
It's nonstop work over decades.
When I was with Bob and Tom, I would go catch a flight on Friday and work for ESPN and work whatever they had me do that weekend and fly back on Sunday morning. So I usually got Sunday afternoons off, and that was it for a long time.
Christy's a big deal. The Bob and Tom Show broadcasts nationally and internationally. Christy's a co-host and the news director.
I'm the only person in the news department, so I can say whatever title I want. I call myself a comedy writer. I write the straight stuff. And then they go from there.
It's syndicated in 1995.
They're my family. I'm with them more than I'm with my own family.
And Christy credits the team chemistry for its decades of success.
No matter what is going on in your life, me personally or my cast members, when we walk in that door, it's all forgotten.
Their presence generates a comedy-based morning show people turn to for emotional release.
That's why I'm in this business. That's why the show is good. And that's why I continue to do it and will continue. I'm not retiring. Never, ever.
It's a dedication, earning her a spot forever as a Hall of Famer. Once again, congratulations to Christy Lee on joining the Indiana Broadcast Pioneers Hall of Fame. We look forward to many more years of you making people laugh. You can find more information on the Bob and Tom Show at bobandtominfo.com. We'll be right back. Before the winter chill sets in and you get ready to hibernate, there are plenty of fall festivals and activities to enjoy in and around Indy. Our very own Shakira Harris is giving you a look at some of the events happening this weekend.
Here are 4 festivals happening this weekend that you should know about. First, the Heartland International Film Festival. Running through October 16th, the Film Fest will be screening more than 100 independent and feature films in 5 theaters around Indianapolis and the historic Artcraft Theater in Franklin. Heartland is boasting 11 world premieres and 3 United States premieres. The Apple original film Louis Armstrong's Black and Blues and A24's The Whale, starring Brendan Fraser, are 2 of the highlighted films being showcased at the festival. A Fest Pass is $395, a Duo Fest Pass is $390, and the Hybrid 10-pack is $125. Next up, the Cottage Home Block Party. The word festival isn't in its name, but this Near East Side party has all of the best things a festival has to offer. The Cottage Home Block Party is on Saturday from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Located on the streets between the 700 blocks of Dorman Street and Highland Avenue, the event has historic homes as its backdrop, with lit-up lanterns hanging down the middle of the cobblestoned entrance. There are 2 live music stages, art, food, and drink vendors, plus Garbage Bag Ghost. The Cottage Home Block Party is free to enter and family-friendly. Another festival happening on Saturday is German Fest. In its 14th year, German Fest festivities will be on Michigan and New Jersey streets, outside of the Athenaeum. German Fest will be introducing a new assortment of games this year, such as a keg toss competition, and bringing back its staples such as a brat eating contest and the wiener dog races. The festival will also have 2 stages for live music by local and regional German folk bands and dance troupes. General admission tickets booked in advance are $15 for adults and $10 for children. Tickets at the gate on the day of the event are $25 for adults and $15 for children. And finally, the Indiana Homebrew Palooza. This homebrew festival at Garfield Park on Saturday is a celebration of craft beer and features unlimited samples from over 12 different homebrew clubs and about 50 homebrewers from Indiana and Illinois. Homebrew Palooza is from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and tickets are $35. Attendees will be able to vote for their favorite beer after sampling. You can check out a full roundup of fall festivals in and around Indy on WRTV.com. For WRTV, I'm Shakira Harris.
Thanks for watching Inside Indy. You can stay up to date with all the events we feature and find our in-depth local stories anytime on your schedule. Just head to WRTV.com/InsideIndy. You can also download the WRTV app anytime. We're available